that the professors at the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences...
Don't put words in my mouth. You can ask a question without saying that I'm saying.
You're saying that they don't know what they're about when they insist that an entire repeal...
Government.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What we are now measuring, what is the commitment of this new government to depart away from the inactions of the previous government? And that is where our government...
You don't seem to appreciate the breach of trust.
I think that is unfair to say.
You don't appreciate the breach of trust.
I totally agree. And I'm here because I totally...
That you make me a promise. Vote for me.
Yes.
Vote for me. Because it could be that I...
To fight galamsey.
Okay, so wait. It could be that I voted for your party. And the reason I voted for you would have been that I want galamsey resolved, and you gave me a solution to resolve it.
Yes.
I didn't vote for your party. That's a point I'm making. Some people would have done that. Then you come, next day you are saying, the thing you promised, you are not doing it. That's all we are asking. What is it?
So maybe it is a matter of understanding of what doing is. And I think at this point, that's what we would like to invite. We would like to invite all of us, CSO citizens, to hear each other as we speak. Because Samson, your own Erastus Asare Donko, even as he continues on this advocacy, concedes that there is marked commitment in comparison. So we are looking at which set of leaders is showing commitment to act. In what ways are they acting? Yes, we had also campaigned on the back of the repeal of LI 2462. Look, it is the New Patriotic Party that banned mining in forest reserves and illegal mining and made claims of galamsey as illegal, made those determinations. It is they themselves that also gave power through the parent law, the Minerals and Mining Act, and the LI that enforced the primary provisions of the Act, that gave power to the executive president to be able to release forest reserves for mining. And so when we came in, you are a lawyer. You know that with the matter of mining in forest reserves, there are companies that have legal licenses that were given to them in the past administration. The NDC, under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has not given a single license to any company, whether duly registered company, to mine in forest reserve. We have not done that. We have taken steps because of the legal implications of abrogating through the action of a repeal of a regulation, which will now create a lacuna in the system and allow for those who already have legal licenses to operate in forest reserves. Something you are aware that companies like Newman obtained legal licenses under the erstwhile administration, and they are mining sustainably in forest reserves. So we agree that mining in forest reserves into the nearest future is not the path we as a government want to take. So how do we resolve it? Do we repeal the LI and create this lacuna, whereas there are companies with a mandate to mine in those forest reserves? What is the implication for judgment debt? Should we not sit around the table with these companies and negotiate and let them know where we are heading to as a country? In the meantime, what are we doing to recover those forests that have been besieged? 8 out of 9 forests, as we speak today, have been moved from the red zone. I have been told in reading the approach to fighting, this galamsey menace and illegal mining in forest reserves.
The government, you fault, we all fault for not doing much. Had presented and started the process to revoke the LI they had passed in 2022. And you took the campaign and said, we will revoke it. It's just too late. They are just trying to do it to buy votes.
Yes.
Then you get voted for. Now you are giving an excuse.
I'm giving a reason. And as a lawyer, you should understand.
So does it mean that you didn't think through it when you promised the people that you will revoke?
It was
when the Akufo-Addo government had already tabled the process to revoke the law.
Parliament.
Yes. It was not a completed process. Samson, is it fair to the people of Ghana that it would take 8 years to come to the point after we had been told of the clear complicity on the side of those who were now purporting to be wanting to deal with the situation. 8 good years. Is it your considered opinion that we should have allowed for them to continue in office, given the levels of deterioration? As we speak, just yesterday, the IGP had made some raids. We have arrested over 80 individuals around the issue of legal mining. And I'll just again repeat for the benefit of all fair-minded Ghanaians, because this country is what we all have. We all are in it, and we're all concerned about the devastation to the environment, the devastation to our water bodies. So what was the proposed approach to dealing with the issue of the repeal of LI 2462 was to remove the power of the executive presidency. It was a low-hanging fruit, giving the appreciation. Look, we had to come to this point based on engagement. Remember that we were not in office. So we couldn't have engaged these mining companies to understand where they were with respect to their appetite to work with us, even as an action to repeal the law would have had consequences.
You're saying that the professors at the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences...
Don't put words in my mouth. You can ask a question without saying that I'm saying.
You're saying that they don't know what they're about when they insist that an entire repeal is what is required. You are saying that the Ghana coalition against galamsey.
Yes.
And I was deliberate in listing the membership to you.
Yes.
Yeah. That they say, insist that an entire revocation is what it ought to be.
And I'm saying, and government is saying that let's sit around the table and let's agree on the consequences of these actions that are being determined.
You made a promise, keep it. That's what they're saying.
A promise, keeping some promises have consequences on you and I. And you are a lawyer, and I keep repeating it, because you know what it means to vary an existing contract.
So the promise was a deceit.
So how could it have been a deceit? How could it? The promise that was that we as a government would fight galamsey. And the call, you see, distinguish between the promise and the commitment of the NDC regime and the calls of the NDC regime at a time where there was obvious evidence of no commitment. Please let us be fair.
How about the state of emergency, the state of declaration of a state of emergency on areas where galamsey is threatening water bodies and the forest?
Are you saying?
How about that? They're insisting on all of that too.
Yes, and we are hearing them at a very deep level, and the engagements will continue, because we need to present the truest picture to them and let them know what we have done as our own urgent actions to curtail further deterioration.
Do you think the government should look at these people, should look at Ghanaians and apologize for making those promises, because they have you have now realized that it is not what you thought?
What is not what we thought?
Repeal and state of emergency.
You see, we speak of these actions as if they are off the table. I've explained to you that in the interim, whilst we amend LI 24